Hello aviators, and welcome to Skyships. We are going back to the great narrow-body airliners competition. I've already made a video about a brand new Chinese aircraft, Comac C919, and now we will continue this story. The time has come for the plane that started this entire contest. Airbus A320neo is a development of the basic and well-known A320 narrow-body airliners family. I'm not going to retell the full A320 story. Let's just concentrate on the Neo generation. The Neo's history began at the end of the first decade of the 21st century. Airbus Corporation had completed their main work on A380 flagship and continued the brand new A350 development. However, to improve their market position in the competition with the Boeing company, as well as the upcoming new Chinese and Russian aircrafts, Airbus decided to modernize its most popular model, the A320 family. Back in 2006, the Airbus engineers started to work on their A320 Ii Enhanced program. They planned to increase the operating efficiency by 4 to 5% by installing the new wingtips, upgrading some airframe elements, and reducing weight. However, 4 to 5% was not an impressive target. It was necessary to do something more ambitious, but not too ambitious. A320 was created at the late 1980s. So, looking at the big aviation history, this model was quite young, and nobody planned to do a new aircraft or something like that. But make some add-ons to the Enhanced program and, for example, re-engine the planes. That sounds interesting and, more importantly, not crazy expensive. Just in time, two new and very interesting engines were created by the Pratt Whitney and CFM International. Actually, this is the reason why the new generation was named Neo, the new engine option. The future looked bright. The program's cost was planned to be nearly $1 billion. Not so much for the aviation industry. It was planned to sell about 400 planes, and the plan was realized. I'll tell you about that later. The new Neo project had a high priority, and work was carried out fast. In 2014, the first Neo prototype had already made its maiden flight. And already by 2016, Airbus started deliveries to the customers. So what is new in the Neo? Structurally, the new plane keeps over 95% of the airframe in common with the old A320. But the rest 5% are very important. Firstly, of course, everyone can notice the new Sharklets. These big wingtips are in many ways the result of the Airbus A350 project, with its even bigger wingtips. And I should note that the new Sharklets are not exclusive to the Neo generation. The customers can install them on their old A320 airplanes. Every fin is 2.5 meters high and weighs about 100 kilograms. But their performance is not bad. For example, in the standard 2800 kilometer flight, the Sharklets reduce fuel consumption by 3.5%. And yes, the Sharklets are made by Korean Air Aerospace Division. Ha! Did you think they're just an airline? What's next? Airbus did a lot of work on the cabin. In addition to the stylistic changes, the cabin received a new, larger luggage compartment, more efficient air conditioning system, and of course, light-emitting diodes. Additionally, Airbus created the SpaceFlex optional cabin configuration, which increases the space efficiency with a new rear galley and a modular lavatory design. This allows up to 9 more passengers for the A320neo and up to 20 more passengers for the A321neo, without increasing the passenger sitting density. The most elements of the fuselage did not change, and the cabin width remains the same. With the width of 3.7 meters, it is larger than the Boeing 737, but smaller than the MC-21 cabin. Finally, the main characters of this story. If you want to distinguish the old A320 from the new one, look at the engines. For the classic narrow-body aircraft, they are really huge. The conventional A320 engines have 170 centimeters fan diameter, while the new engine's fans cross the mark of 2 meters. In a classic way, the customers are able to choose the engines from two options: CFM LEAP-1A or Pratt Whitney PW1000G. New engines burn 16% less fuel and save 20% on maintenance. Yeah, that's better than the 4 to 5% of the Enhanced project. Those new specifications opened one more opportunity. The aircraft can carry the same amount of fuel as the old one, but the fuel efficiency has made it possible for A320neo to carry 2 tons extra payload, or to fly 950 kilometers further. You can also note the silence. During takeoff, the Neo airliners emit about 85 decibels of noise, while their predecessors buzzed around 100 decibels. The Neo family is the next generation of basic A320 family, and obviously there are 3 modifications of this aircraft: A319, A320 and A321. The little A318neo isn't being produced now, due to a small market demand. But let's face the truth, Canadians, Brazilians and Russians have already bitten off this piece, so we'll probably never see the new A318. The A319neo has a bit similar story. It carries about 140 to 160 passengers. Initially, Qatar Airways had ordered this model, but then they've changed their order to the A320neo. As a result, the A319 has been created and it already exists, but no one really exploits it. A320 is the basic model and the most popular aircraft in the family. It accommodates 165 to 195 passengers. It was the first plane of this generation and it made its maiden flight in 2014, and 2 years later entered service with Lufthansa, the type's launch customer. Finally, the third family member is the A321neo. Being the largest one, it accommodates 240 passengers in one economy class. With a maximum weight of 97 tons, it has a reinforced landing gear, boosted engines and enlarged wing. There is one more superior fact about it. I don't think it is good though, but still. With a price of $129 million, the A321neo is the most expensive aircraft in this class. The first customer of this expensive toy was Virgin America in 2017. But this was not enough for 321. To beat Boeing 757-200 on a middle part of the market, Airbus developed a special A321 version, accommodating less passengers but equipped with an auxiliary fuel tanks. The project, launched with Air Lease Corporation as an initial customer in 2015, received the name A321LR. It will have a 2-class 206-seat configuration and range of 7,400 kilometers, 930 kilometers further than the basic A321neo. The first plane should be delivered in 2018. And now about the orders and deliveries. At the time of the first flight in 2014, the A320neo family had a list of orders for over 1,000 planes. And now this figure has already reached almost 6,000 from 75 operators. Commercial aviation has never seen such sales. The supplies began in 2016, and by the beginning of 2018, 23 airlines operate nearly 170 planes. Yeah, those guys are good at their job. That was one of the market's dominants. Next time we will meet another new player, the Russian MC-21, and after it, I guess, one more dominant, Boeing 737 MAX. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Fast flights and soft landings to you.